Hey, welcome back into Channel 7. One of our friends from the Arkansas Minority Health Commission joins us today, ShaRhonda Love. And ShaRhonda, I wish you could be back in studio here with us, but it's great to talk with you over Zoom as we talk about some important issues happening right now in the state, prevalent issues that need to be discussed. Arkansas ranks in some of the lowest states in terms of vaccinations. And I know that one of the things you and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission are trying to do is help that effort in ramping up vaccination. So thanks for taking some time out of your day to join us and talk about this important issue. Why the hesitancy? And what have you been hearing from people here in Arkansas who are hesitant to get the vaccine right now?
For sure. Well, thanks again for having the Minority Health Commission on today. And one thing that we are hearing is that this is still new and a lot of unknown. And so we've got to be able to make sure that we are getting information out to the community so that we can provide facts and try to alleviate some of the concerns that we've been hearing about.
That concern of being new, that's one too. That what are you telling people about that? Because I understand it is hard to say, well, it's new. Yeah, it is new, right? So how do you go about easing those concerns when it is something that, yeah, they're right, it is technically new, right?
Yeah. And so what we have to be able to do is meet people where they are and talk about where those concerns come from. And COVID in and of itself is new. And so, of course, the vaccination is going to be new. But what we know is now we have been able to vaccinate millions within our country. And we need to make sure that we are doing all that we can to curb the virus, and especially in minority populations. We know that minorities are disproportionately impacted as it relates to the COVID-19 virus. And so we've got to be able to address things that come up like medical mistrust, historical concerns, specifically as it relates to research with minority populations. We also have to be able to talk to people about how to get access to the vaccine and be able to work it into their schedule so that they don't have to take time off work or can get it done on their lunch break. Making sure that it is easy to get as possible. If they don't have access to internet, being able to have a line for them to call in and get registered to get vaccinated. And so being able to work with community members to provide information and access at whatever level they're needing in an effort to help vaccinate the natural state.
And that is something you guys are working in collaboration with Arkansas Blue Cross Blue Shield. And part of that, like you said, is going to these communities. And how difficult is that when you're in a pandemic and we're still talking about the right amount of distance? And at the same time, you know that talking with people directly is the most effective way to help them see why vaccinations are so important, correct?
For sure. But, that's the good thing about the Minority Health Commission and our history. We have been working to build partnerships for the 3 decades that we've been in existence. And what we are able to do is get into the communities, work with our community partners to make sure that they not only have access to information, but are able to get partnered up with pharmacies and or vaccination clinics in the area so that people are able to go to trusted places and organizations that they have been used to working with throughout the years and receive access to the vaccine.
And that access to the vaccine, I know that vaccination clinics are something that you guys are leading the way on. What can people expect? When's the next one? What are some things they need to bring if they want to get vaccinated? How does the process work?
For sure. So we have our next vaccination clinic coming up this Saturday. It will be in partnership with Russellville. We'll be at the Hughes Community Center in Russellville. We are doing our regular preventive health screenings that the Minority Health Commission would provide, but we're also offering vaccinations. And so individuals can call in advance and get registered. The number to call would be Ms. Sue Espinosa at 501-414-5561, or they can reach out to Pastor Torres there in Russellville at I'm sorry, that number is 479-857-0408, and get registered or simply walk in. We want to make sure that we are reaching the community. And so we will do that by any means necessary. So if you can't get registered by calling in, just come out that day to the Hughes Community Center on Saturday and get your shot.
Wonderful. Well, ShaRhonda, thanks again. ShaRhonda Love from the Arkansas Minority Health Commission. We appreciate all the efforts you guys are doing right now. Hope to see you again sometime. So we'll talk with you next time.
Thanks again for having us.
More Channel 7. We come back after this short break. Stay with us.